Hello and welcome. This is probably the most accurate depiction of the FNAF timeline you'll ever hear. It all starts with William Afton and Henry Emily. These two loved money, so they decided to start a franchise that they called Fazbear Entertainment. They created spring-lock suits, animatronics that could lock the machinery to the edges of the suit for a person to climb inside to use it as a mascot. These suits were incredibly faulty, and the slightest bit of moisture would set them off, killing the person inside. How brilliant. The two morons opened up their first pizzeria, Fredbear's Family Diner, in 1983. It featured two of these safety hazards, Fredbear and Bonnie. What could go wrong? It turns out the restaurant was very successful, and even spawned its own cartoon show featuring three new characters, Freddy, Chica, and Foxy. Unfortunately, they couldn't afford the yellow material needed for Fredbear, Chica, and Bonnie, so they decided which one would go through a color change in a game of poker. The winner, being Henry, decided on Bonnie. William didn't appreciate that. Back at home, William's children, Michael and Evan, were playing Minecraft Bed Wars, but it turns out Michael sucks at the game and blames Evan for every loss. Enraged that he was being outperformed by an 8-year-old, he threw on a foxy mask and started scaring the crap out of Evan. Evan was more confused than anything, so confused that the sweat dripping from his face caused Michael to think he was crying, so Evan just decided to cry. That seemed to please Mike. This behavior continued until Evan's birthday. On that day, Michael and his friends put Evan in Fredbear's mouth as a sick prank. How funny. Fredbear was confused, so he decided to end the party early. Very funny. William was distraught over this, but was too absent-minded to realize who did it. Mike, on the other hand, went absolutely nuts. William, deciding he needed someone to blame, put the names of everyone he knew on a wheel and spun it. It landed on Henry. So, like any sane person, William no-scope 360'd Henry's only kid, Charlotte Emily. Henry was devastated, but had no idea that William did it. Fredbear's Family Diner immediately shut down until 1985, and Henry and William needed more money. They opened a restaurant with the characters from the TV show, except for Fredbear. They also didn't use springlock suits this time, because it would be too expensive. They ultimately decided they would name this pizzeria Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. William argued with Henry over whether or not they should include Chica. William was still salty that Bonnie's color had to change to Chica, but Henry argued that they needed at least one female character to widen their appeal. The two settled on making Chica ugly. This pizzeria was even more successful. William decided now was a good time to take revenge on Henry again, so he stealthily murdered 5 more kids and stuffed their bodies in the animatronics. This caused the animatronics to smell absolutely foul, sales plummeted, and the place closed after a year. At this point, Henry decided to go on vacation with all the money from the now closed Freddy's and let William make his own restaurant. The first thing William did was get rid of Chica. He decided he would create 2 new characters to widen their appeal because of what he just did to Chica. He made Ballora, based off his divorced wife, and Circus Baby, based off of his own daughter. He made the entire cast circus-themed. He also fused Freddy and Bonnie because he thought it was funny, naming this duo Funtime Freddy and Bon Bon. As for Foxy, he just made him lamer. He called this new pizza place Circus Baby's Pizza World. But it wasn't just a pizza place. Back when the 1985 Freddy's location was opened, the animatronics were acting strange, almost as if they were possessed. After further investigation, he discovered a substance called remnant, made of tortured souls and metal goo. He designed these new animatronics specifically to murder children and collect remnant. Unfortunately, the restaurant was set to open during the weekend, which is when William's child Elizabeth comes home. Elizabeth ignores William when he tells her not to play with Circus Baby, and her murder equipment activated once Elizabeth was alone with her. William, distraught by his stupidity, closed the restaurant and waited for Henry's vacation to end. In 1987, Henry and William opened a new pizzeria called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. They were too lazy to create an original name. Plus, they blew their budget on the new animatronics, which they named the Toy Animatronics. They also created the puppet, which started acting weird from the get-go. The original 4 animatronics were there too, as well as the old Fredbear animatronic, where the 5th kid was stuffed. For some odd reason, William and Henry didn't seem to care about the puppet's odd behavior, and opened the restaurant in 1987. However, William got angry when he saw that the new design for Chica didn't make people angry, and decided to kill more children. So he killed 5 more and forgot to stuff their bodies into animatronics. The place was shut down by the end of the week, but during the last day, during a birthday party, Toy Chica took her revenge and bit the security guard's frontal lobe, simply because he looked somewhat similar to William. With the place shut down, the toy animatronics were disassembled, except for the puppet. The puppet just kind of left. Henry, confused by this, decided he would make an animatronic specifically designed to put the puppet in her place and show her that she isn't all that. And that's the end of this part. I'm still working on part 2, so this is all you get for now. Goodbye.